Welcome to Sonic Chat. Here we'll talk about all of the Sonic games, from Sonic 1 to Sonic 4, Episode 2. What do you think of Sonic 1, Thunder?
It's cool, it's got a lot of memorable stages. Everyone knows Green Hill Zone.
Yeah.
That's Sonic, It's where he started. I really like the levels in that game. Like Starlight Zone's really fun, and the Scrap Brain Zone is a great area. It was a great way to start off the series.
The platforming and the challenge, the look of all the stages, the music, everything is great about it. Thing is, I suck at this game. I am not that good. Even if I do level select, like from Scrap Brain Zone, Act 1, I can't beat Act 3. And I suck at the special stages, is how you get to continue. So it's a good game. Obviously, I love it for making Sonic, but I suck at this one in particular. So, Sonic Eraser.
Screw this game.
I thought you said you liked it.
It was fun.
Yeah, for like about 3 minutes.
It angered me so much. Like, me and him were playing the 2-player versus mode, and he beat me every time. And every time I felt like I was completely kicking ass, and the next thing I know, I'm dead. And I'm like, screw this game. And so it's kind of like a different version of Tetris.
Yeah, kind of. It's a puzzle game.
Like that style and stuff, and you have to eliminate matching pieces.
We recorded when we played it, but the arrow was on the screen, so I don't know if that's quality enough to upload it.
Do it, dude. That would be funny for people to see. It was fun while we played it. A couple times I've thought about it and like, that game. We should go back and play it just for giggles, because I screamed so much while playing that game. That game angers me. And I was pissed because he kept beating me. So I wouldn't let that happen. So the second I beat him, I was like, we're done. It's fun. Worth playing at least once.
Okay, so Sonic the Hedgehog 2. When we played this a couple weeks ago, and we got to Metal Sonic, but we couldn't finish. I had a blast playing.
Oh yeah, great game. Tails is kind of insignificant in a lot of Sonic games, but in this one, I just love it for the fact that it lets you add a second player.
Yeah.
So, me and him can play at the same time, which it just makes it that much funner. And the special stages are a lot easier if you have someone else playing Tails and whatnot.
So are the bosses.
Yeah.
Furthest we got to was the 5th Chaos Emerald, and we got to Metal Sonic, or Mecha Sonic.
Yeah.
Or Silver Sonic, I don't know. They all look the same.
Mm-hmm.
But
so we made it really far. It's second to last final boss.
Probably my favorite of the classic games. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Even if it is cheap sometimes, but like those pincers, which I...
Oh yeah, okay, so Metropolis Zone is stupid. I'll just say it. You have the crabs with the one big arm that shoots out. You can only hit them from the back. Every time you run into one, they're on the edge, so you have to jump over them from an odd angle, and it's just not fair. There's some that are just directly in a tunnel, and you have to hit them from the back, so how do you get around them? There's also the starfish dudes, and they sense where you are, and then they move and explode and shoot pointers in all 5 directions.
It's not really that they're difficult, but the placement of them.
Yeah, the placement of them is just annoying.
When you're on one of those running corkscrews.
Yeah. The running gears is just annoying because you have to stay on it to run, and then one of them moves and tries to hit you. And if you keep running, you're gonna get hit. And if you stop, you still get hit. So your option is to try to jump away, and then when you jump, you fall off, and you can't get back up to the gear. It's annoying.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it without Tails.
Tails is good because if both of you are running on the gear, you run faster, then you can make it all the way past them. Even when they explode, you'll just be so far past them, they can't hit you. So that's really nice. And then the praying mantis dudes that throw their blades. They're... they just pop up out of nowhere and throw their blades at you and you get hit. Or even when you do see them, you try to jump over them and hit them, and then they throw their blades up and hit you, and you have to be at blazing speed and jump in order to get past them. And then there's a specific one that's set up right next to bumpers, and you bounce back and forth, and then he's right there at the top, right on the edge, and it's impossible to get past that without getting hit. Zero chance.
Pretty much, yeah. I still find it fun, though.
Oh yeah, fun game.
Yeah, a lot of childhood memories of Chemical Plant being the bane of our existence.
And now that stage is easy.
Yeah, it's easy now, but we couldn't get past the underwater section.
Yeah, when we were, like, 6, there was no chance ever for us. Okay, so next is Sonic Spinball. Now, the number one thing most people say about this game is they never made it past Toxic Caves.
I don't think I did.
However, I did. I made it to the 3rd area. Don't know what it's called. And I played that game today, and, well, not today, but, like, in this era, like, within the past year, and I've gotten to the other sections. I still just don't know how I did it. Like, I just kind of kept hitting A, and then I appeared in, like, a desert area and stuff, and I was like, cool.
Yeah, apparently the last level is really hard. But just for Toxic Caves, I just press A and Sonic just doesn't go anywhere, so I just said, screw this. And that's pretty much my experience with that game.
I had fun with it, and I have fun with it when I play it, but when I think about playing it, I'm like, there's other stuff I can do. I think it would be interesting to see another one. Don't ever think it will happen, but it could be cool.
Sonic CD, we already briefly reviewed this. The remake, anything you want to add?
Not really. I mean, you can go look at our other video. It'll be as a link in the description. Just watch that if you want an explanation for it.
One thing I didn't mention, that it just seems like most of the levels are like the same.
Yeah, there's not much variation.
Like in Sonic Adventure, there's an ice level, a lava level, water level, beach level, casino level. And this, it pretty much seems Palm Tree Panic and then Eggman's base.
Yeah, pretty much.
I still like the game though, it's fine.
Uh-huh.
So, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
Oh, so we're reviewing Dr. Mario.
Pretty much.
Okay. It's fun. There's really not much you can say about this game. I will say that I'm pretty sure it's 100% impossible to beat, like, the campaign, I guess you could call it. Where you go up against, like, the red robot first, and then the next robot, and the next robot, and the next robot. I've gotten to, like, the 4th robot, and it's impossible already. And there's 9 of them.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think I've gotten far, but, there's better puzzle games you can play. In my mind, Tetris, but,
okay, so next is Sonic 3.
Have you really played Sonic 3?
Yeah, I played it with you. We beat Angel Island.
Yeah, of course. I love Angel Island.
And then we beat, what's the next one?
Hydrocity?
Yeah, Hydrocity.
Or Hydro City.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And then after that, you pretty much told me that every stage is an asshole. And the next area after Hydrocity is... what?
I want to say... No idea.
No idea? Is Sandopolis part of 3 or Knuckles?
Knuckles.
Okay.
There's Ice Cap, Night Carnival, Launch Space.
Okay, well, whatever the next one was, we beat that, and it was a complete asshole the whole time we were doing it. And then I think after that is Ice Cap, and we were just so frustrated we quit. Was pretty much the story.
I thought you never really played it. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not that big of a fan of Sonic 3. I know it's a classic and all. None of the levels after, I think, Hydrocity Zone Act 1 are really fun, in my opinion.
It's not that great, which really sucks because, like, I had played this after playing other games. Like, we went back and played this on Sonic Mega Collection after playing other games, and I had remembered Ice Cap from Sonic Adventure, and I was like, level is awesome.
Yeah, like everyone...
And it's just annoying in Sonic 3. Just annoying.
Well, it just... Everyone regards it as a classic, and I was kind of disappointed, especially by the snowboarding part where you don't really do anything. I mean, I guess that's a good touch or whatever, but... Yeah, I don't know. Not that big of a fan. And that's why we didn't consider it part of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Most people would consider it like one game. But I quite like Sonic and Knuckles. I don't know how much you played of that.
Me and you have almost beaten it.
Haven't we beat it? If you don't count special stages,
Oh, yeah.
which I'm terrible. So we haven't done Doomsday. I quite like Sonic
Yeah,
and Knuckles.
so we can fairly say we've beaten the whole thing besides Doomsday Zone, which you do by getting all the Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah, and I found it fun. Probably not as good as Sonic 2.
We would have to say that we did it as 2-player, just like we did with Sonic 2.
Yeah, so we had to hook it to Sonic 3 and Knuckles for Tails to be there.
I'll tell you what, Tails just makes that game easy.
Yeah,
Like,
he can fly you around in this one.
like if the person is second player starts flying with Tails, Sonic can jump on him, and Tails will fly him around for a short period of time. And it's really not that short of a period of time. Like, it lasts long enough for you to do what you need to do if you're having difficulties. Like, Tails just breaks that game so hard. But, still great levels, such as, like, Lava Wreath.
Mushroom Hill.
Mushroom Hill is great.
Sandopolis.
All of those, Great levels. It's a fun game.
Knuckles Chaotix? Oh, we have not played that. Have you?
No.
Didn't think so.
So, maybe someday we'll play it and come back and talk to you. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Sonic 3D Blast, the Genesis version. There's kind of differences between them.
So, I start playing that game, and in the first level, I had already gotten 3 Chaos Emeralds. And I was psyched. I was like, yeah, 3 Chaos Emeralds. I'm gonna go Super Sonic. And then he tells me you don't go Super Sonic in that game, even with the Chaos Emeralds. And I was like, my heart is broken. Because, like, those special stages are ridiculously easy. And it's easy to get to them, too. And I was just devastated when he told me that. The first, like, Sonic game where you can go up and down, too, instead of just left and right. Or more forward and back, I would say. Up and down. Yeah, but forward and back.
You haven't gone that far, right?
I have not gotten that far. Mainly just because it's kind of like Spinball, where I'm like, I could play it, but there's other stuff to play. However, this I really liked when I played it. Like, it was fun, and I had a good time with it. I was a little confused at first because I was just running through the level thinking there was a goal ring for me to get to. And then he was like, you have to kill the enemies and collect the flickies to move on to the next section, and I didn't know that, so I had to go all the way back my first time and whatnot. There are times where the 3D of it confuses me. I think I'm right next to something, but I'm not. Just the depth perception in it isn't great. And you kind of drift. When you run, once you let go, he kind of just keeps gliding for a while, and then finally stops. Other than that, it is a very fun game.
I like the game, I just don't really like to play it, if that makes any sense. Because, after the first 3 levels, which it kind of suffers from, Shadow Hedgehog syndrome or Sonic Heroes syndrome, where first couple stages are awesome, after that, me. I just like to watch people play. It has, nice colors and music and all that stuff. But really, it's just not fun to play after, I think, Rusty Ruins Act 1. I don't really want to find stuff in my Sonic game, which is kind of my problem with CD or Labyrinth or whatever. But,
yeah, you don't like treasure hunting, especially without a guider.
Yeah.
That's all we have for this episode.
Yeah, we haven't played Sonic R. And all the handheld games, that will be on a different episode.
Yeah, so if you were expecting Triple Trouble or Labyrinth, that's on handheld.
Okay, so we'll see you next episode.
Bye.